everyone. Happy Monday. We have an update on David Esinger. If you remember, it was the man who threatened to go door to door, killing his neighbors and fellow Americans.
Mr. President, I implore you, call for a civil war and let us do our thing. Let us go door to door, street by street, and clean this country.
Because he was upset about what happened to Charlie Kirk.
We are all Charlie Kirk.
I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, you will be if you go door to door.
We got an update on that. He's sorry.
I'll apologize to everybody.
Whoops. Oopsie. Didn't mean to say I was going to kill everybody. Can we just, get along now? Could we just get on with our day and maybe I get my kids back? Whoopsie.
The other day, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I lost it. I was extremely emotional. I let social media and my emotions get the better of me, and I made a video talking about civil war. I posted a video the next day asking the president to call for civil war. A few hours later, I took the videos down. I talked to friends, and they I fucked up. I shouldn't have never posted it. I don't want a civil war. I have friends on both sides. I've been doxxed online now. I'm having to send my family away. I'm losing my family over this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I posted that shit. I'm sorry I let my emotions get the better of me. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have fucking done that. Now I have to pay for the fucking consequences. But I'm going to post this video. I'm going to leave it up. I'll make it public, whatever. It's not going to change anything. The damage is done. The only thing I give a fuck about are my kids, and I'm losing them. I'm not going to fucking be able to see them for I don't know how long. I'm sending them to, sending them far away. And I feel stupid. I feel like a fucking moron. I am a moron for doing this. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me like that. But seeing the Charlie Kirk memorials kicked over and the things said about him and t-shirts being made, and I lost it, dude. I lost it. I got way over emotional, and I posted a video while I was emotional. I'm sure you've seen the video. You could tell that I was pissed, which isn't an excuse. Not making an excuse. But my kids are being threatened, and it's my fault. Nobody else is my fucking fault. I mean, I should never threaten people's kids, but at the same time, I don't get to choose how people react to my words. And, I apologize. I don't want a civil war. And also the people calling me racist, thinking I'm racist. I'm not racist. I grew up in East LA. All my friends are Mexican, black, gay, straight, left, right. I have friends on both sides of the fucking spectrum. And, after that video, people reached out to me, and, I decided to take the videos down, but the internet's forever, and now I'm paying for my actions, and my kids are paying for my actions. So, I'll apologize to everybody, but also to my kids. I don't expect this to change anything, but it is what it is, and I don't want a civil war. I want our country to come together. I want all this fucking crazy political fucking shit to stop, because people are getting hurt. Charlie was assassinated. Other people have been fucking shot, killed. It's gone too fucking far. This is America. We got to do better than this. I got to do better than this. I learned my fucking lesson. Not that it's going to matter to most of you who are doxing me and attacking me and threatening me and shit. I know it's not going to matter to any of you. I'm not really even making this video for you. I'm making it for the people who were mad like me. And, there's crazy people on both sides, and I don't want anybody to get fucking hurt. Charlie was killed, and his family are mourning. His children don't have a father anymore. I don't want to see that shit happen to anybody on either side. So I'm going to post this video. I'm going to leave it up. I'll make it public, whatever. You know, I just thought I'd give you guys an update. Let you know you won. You fucked me over. I fucked myself over. Be real. I'm not going to put the fucking blame on anybody else but myself, because that's where it lies. So, you know, I hope this shit comes to a peaceful fucking end soon. And that's all.
Let's just start off by saying this. If my Iranian ass made a video saying that I was going to go around killing people who disagreed with me politically, that would be playing on Fox News nonstop. They say Sharia law, jihad is here. They would only play clips of me speaking in Farsi and say, we should have seen the signs. Of me telling people to eat shit in Farsi mostly. I'd be deported even though I was born here. I'd be sent to a foreign prison that I'd never come out of. I'm assuming the baby mama got a hold of that video and gave it to her lawyer. You didn't send anybody away. They were taken. That's how I'm reading that. But anyway, whoopsie. Whoops, you know. You guys got mad about that? Yeah? Didn't really get the response that I wanted? Well, let's go ahead and walk that back. I mean, I'll give it to you. That's a pretty damn good apology. It's a pretty good, as far as apologies go, it's a pretty good apology. It's pretty good. Not a lot of people take accountability like that. No, not many people are willing to face humility. And that is important because other people should see that. Other people need to see that it's wrong. Other people need to see that that is the way to take accountability. However, and the thing is I don't want to get into this whole thing of blaming sides. What I want to get into is blaming rhetoric that leads to this.
Seeing the Charlie Kirk memorials kicked over and the things said about him and t-shirts being made, and I lost it, dude.
This motherfucker has the most divisive, racist, hateful, sexist language out of anyone I've ever seen in my entire life. And maybe that's what you like about him, but that's why you get the same kind of response when someone you like Charlie Kirk, dies, and other people are being really cruel about it.
I feel like a fucking moron. I am a moron for doing this. I'm a grown man. I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me like that.
I'm sorry, but his apology doesn't fix the fact that his initial emotional response was to murder his neighbors. I don't care about his response after he's had post-nut clarity. I don't care about that. Well, sure, hindsight's 20/20. Now, after the fact that everyone's called me a psychopath, I'm starting to think that, maybe that wasn't a good idea. After I've lost my kids for making this video, maybe it wasn't a good idea saying I'd die for Trump.
Time for peace is over. I'm willing to fight and I'm willing to die.
Imagine you were this guy's neighbor and you saw that video and you have kids at home. Like, how would you ever feel safe again?
I want our country to come together. I want all this fucking crazy political fucking shit to stop.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
This kind of rhetoric, this kind of language, this kind of shit from the top down is the issue. No U.S. president should go up on stage and say that they hate more than half of the country that they're the president of. Then you have people like this going around thinking they can do whatever they want with impunity. So, all right, David, I appreciate that you made this video. It's not lost on me that you made this after you threatened me with a lawsuit and saw that I wasn't scared, then tried apologizing. That's not lost on me, but it doesn't matter. What matters is you did make the video. You did admit that you were wrong. You did apologize, and you do understand that this sort of thing is not okay. Now, David, some personal advice. If you're truly sorry, you also need to implement some sort of change. Do you plan on continuing to degrade people who are different race, sex, sexual orientation, gender as you? Because to a lot of people, that is what that red hat represents. That is what Donald Trump represents. That's what Charlie Kirk represents. They represent the degradation of other people because they built their platforms on that. You don't plan on changing your politics or anything like that. That's fine. You believe whatever it is you're going to believe. But I will say something. You are wrong when you say this.
Calling me racist, thinking I'm racist. I'm not racist. I grew up in East LA. All my friends are Mexican, black, gay, straight.
Really? That's an odd one to try to pass. Because, everything else, sure, you can find a way to say sorry for. But you never really explained why, after you threatened civil war, you also said that you want this to happen around the world and then named a bunch of not so random nations.
And what we start here will echo around the world. Italy, Germany, Ireland, France, UK, Poland, Hungary.
All those nations seem to have one thing very specific in common. I'm kind of worried that this time you didn't get the reaction you wanted. What about next time? Because, like, there's a lot of different things someone can do in response to anger. But I'll be honest, I've never seen someone threaten civil war with plans of global domination. That was a wild one. No part of your apology included an explanation for that. I recognize an extremist when I say one. Please, please, get help. Please.
Listening to this extremist Christian nationalist speak and say he was in his feelings and his emotions when he declared for Trump to start a civil war so he can clean. Like, if any of you are still confused about who actually leads in crimes in America, here you go. He's just speaking his thoughts out loud. And since this didn't go in his favor like he thought that it would, now he offers an apology. That he was in his emotions, it was dumb. No. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. These are your school shooters. These are your criminals in America. These are them silent, crash out people. And then when you start to look at their background, you see that their mental health was not okay. America's mental health is not okay. America's mental health, the people mental health in America is not okay. Y'all are idolizing that man. Charlie Kirk was a man. He was a human being, okay? These people are idolizing him. That's what America is based off. Idolatry. And setting up these idols and heroes for themselves, y'all. But we have to really understand what's going on. There's millions of him that think just like that would love to start a civil war. Can't wait for a civil war to start so that they can clean. And we know what that meant. We know who that was towards. Predominantly you so-called blacks, you Negroes. Nobody's crazy. And then he want to use the line, all of my black friends, all of my best friends are blacks and Mexicans. We know that's the number one line of a true racist, y'all. But I just really wanted to touch on this very briefly because this is not nothing to just bat your eyes at or just disregard. You have to understand there's millions of him. Millions of him. Trump supporters just like him, think just like him, extremists just like him, if not worse. But with that being said, you know, I'm not into politicians. I don't sway to the left or to the right. I trust the Most High, Almighty, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's who I trust in. And for you Israelites out there, y'all need to come up out of Babylon. Separate yourself from your enemies and take heed of thy friends. You have to separate from these heathens. Repent of your sins and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It's almost time. This is Isaiah chapter 10. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.